Good morning, everybody. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Tiaranoor Andolia. I'm a student from Sultan Agung Islamic University. So, what I would like to present to you today is about Green Blue Framework, Structural Vision Amsterdam 2015. My topic is important for you because it is talk about environmental sustainability planning in Amsterdam. And of course, we can apply this framework in our city too. Today, my presentation will take about 7 until 17 minutes. I will begin about the outline of my presentation first. I have divided my presentation into three parts. First, about general information of green-blue structure. Second, about the differences between Structural Vision Amsterdam 2040 between Structural Vision Amsterdam 2050. Third, about Amsterdam Green Vision, but in the third part, I will divide it into two parts, which is Green Vision in 2040 and Green Vision in 2050. Okay, I will explain green vision in 2040 briefly, and then I will talk about green structure in 2050, in which my main focus. I will begin with general information of green blue structure. So, do you know about green blue structure? What is green for and what is blue for? Blue-green structures specifically refers to an urban planning approach in which the design of naturalistic or fully artificial infrastructure in the city. And of course, green-blue structure have a benefit. First, single mature tree can absorb carbon at a rate of 21.6 per year. Second, increased canopy cover that help mitigate air pollution, with street trees reducing particulate matter concentration by 15 until 20%. Third, for every 10% increase in urban tree canopy, carbon is reduced by 3 until 7%. Healthy urban trees are capable of holding huge amount of water, up to 70% of first hour of a rain event on its canopy and branch structure. Fourth, Airbow can filter as much as 95% of pollutants such as microplastic, hydrocarbons, metal, and so on from stormwater runoff. Okay, so what is tree canopy is? Generally speaking, tree canopy refers to the part of a city that is shaded by trees. Imagine, for a moment, that you are a bird flying above Amsterdam, looking down over the city. The tree leaves and branches covering the ground. It is a tree canopy definition. And then what is Flow? Green Blue Urban's Compact (SUDS) or Flow is a tree planting system specifically designed to bring measurable and sustainable stormwater management. Actually, Arboflow's designs allows the water to be discharged into surrounding soil, to be absorbed by the tree's root system, or to find its way into the specially designed flow control chamber positioned on the outfall of the tree pit. Green Blue structure is integrating system. The green with blue elements that make our urban space more resilient, pleasant, and healthy place to live, work, and also play. The green elements include parks, open space, trees, both street and private playing fields, woods, private garden, allotment, and green roofed and walls. The blue infrastructure usually relates to urban water infrastructure, include ponds, lakes, streams, rivers, and stormwater provision. Sustainable drainage schemes are usually included under this heading, but are sometimes also labeled as green infrastructure. Okay, now let me turn now to the differences between Structural Vision Amsterdam 2014 versus Structural Vision Amsterdam 2050. According to the official document, in general, this vision actually replaced the Structural Amsterdam 2040. but with the exception of the subject's main green structure and high-rise buildings that are included in the interweaving metropolitan landscape and the city, which is in the second point. Now, I will explain a little bit detail about green structure in 2040 in the next slide. Okay, green structure 2040. The task is composed of experts in the field of landscape, cultural history, ecology, recreation experience, urban design, green management, sport, and so on. Uh, the environmental education and the appointment are made by the municipal council per term of office. And let's now look at the next slide, which is show about the main green structure. Okay, uh, as you can see, the different color have been used to indicate the green types. First, characteristics, which is with the light brown color in this map. So, what is characteristics? The main focus in the main focus of characteristicness is on preservation as a unique cultural, historical, natural, historical, or landscape architectural feature monument. The example is Hortus Botanicus. So here's the picture of the place. And then is the second green type is corridor. The color is dark brown here on the maps. So, corridor, the main focus of corridor for travel on foot or by bicycle through a preferably naturally arranged green park street. Example, strip along Nortelangs Canal. And then it is the picture of the canal. The third green type is bush nature or forest nature. So, it is a wide-looking areas that contain rare plants and animal for Amsterdam. Example, Clover Park, Amsterdam. Fourth is urban fridge polder, and then the color is light green. Basically, this focus is for landscape perception and agricultural use are a center. The example of place is Amsterdam Waterland. The fifth is City Park. City Park is a green park with a garden-like environment in an urban context. And then the color is dark green on the maps, which is here. And then the example is Erasmus Park. Sixth, cemetery. Actually, it is the basic cemetery, but with environmental and quiet area, and also hiking area and nature experience. So the color is army, green army here on the maps, and then the example of the place is Vrendenhof Cemetery. Seventh, allotment garden. Allotment garden are intended for day or resident recreation with maintenance of ornamental and vegetable garden as daily activity. The example of place is Amstel Glory. And then the color here is olive, green olive. And then the last green type is Sport Park. The color is soft yellow. Basically, is all area for sport and association or club context. The example, Olympialand Sport Park. Okay, before more further, let's talk about the main focus. The main focus is Amsterdam Green Vision in 2050. In a growing city, there is also an ever-increasing demand for living space. Those need for the construction, conservation, and management of the greenie in the backdrop of future urbanization. In order to make immediate access to greenie possible, the vision target that the government set are various forms of greenie in and around the city, from the facade gardens to the parks and the landscape around the city. Ideally, all of this should be linked by a network of green-blue connection. The most interesting part is the municipality invites everyone to consult the Green Vision 2050. So the concept will be the city that everyone wanted. Now we will move on to main green structure. Okay, main green structure. The focus is on expansion and reinforcement, where the main green structure has so far formed a mosaic of green area. We're working with the new main green structure. The new structure is connect seamlessly with the green areas and green routes in the area around the city, and they add the existing ecological structure. The network consists of large green areas that are interconnected by ecological and recreational connection. Moreover, we add the existing ecological structure of Amsterdam. So, the attention is paid to people and also animals. This ecological structure dates from 2012 and until now has had its own protection remit. By including it in the main green structure, it will be given the same status. Now, we will move on to vision for new main green structure. Okay, here's a vision for a new main green structure. And then here there are few of signs that symbolize few of tasks, which is will be the targets for greeny plan. First, green reborn. For street, avenue, and cycling routes that contain many green elements function as connected. Second, green reborn. For water courses, bank, recreational cycling and walking routes and embankment of dike bodies. Park. Park is for green area but with space for recreational and relaxation. And then landscape park, a cohesive ensemble of parks and landscape, which is consisting of farmland, road area, recreational area, and sport landscape. And then landscape. Landscape is for agricultural and nature areas around the agglomeration of Amsterdam as water management and energy production. And then let me turn now to areas and connection. So first, there is extensive use and nature experience are permanent in these places. These areas have a high ecological value. And the second, Tangier Nord. The task here is to develop a new balance between peat and pasture, and then the aim is more sustainable landscape without subsidence and increase in biodiversity and greater water strong storage capacity. I would like to start your attention to the sign on the right for recap. So, uh, it is the Amsterdam Planning Map 2050. Amsterdam has the ambition to design green-blue structure that contain of three planning, which is first main green structure, and then the second vision for a new main green structure, and the third is area and connection that are part of the new main green structure with the municipal boundaries. Let's move on to green at neighborhood level. So, the local neighborhood green actually is an inseparable part of the green blue framework of the city. It is outside the main green structure. The impression at neighborhood level are greeny, sport, and playing. This level has sufficient space for sport and greeny at the neighborhood level, and it also forms an integral part of area that development. And then to this end, the integration of wide range of facilities of different sizes is possible, partly determined by local needs, the size of development. And then also there is a new sports facilities will be realized in a good time up to the maximum distance of 1.5 kilometer of the new homes to be developed. Okay, last but not least, here's a complete picture about green areas and green connection is work. The coherent framework is overall implementation of this planning, as it functions reborn and corridor as connection between green area, which is for park, landscape park, and landscape. In this planning, reborn can be streets avenue, cycling road with green element, and corridor can be watercourses bank, recreational, cycling road, and embankment dike bodies. Okay, let me just go back to the general information of green blue structure. In the outline, blue-green structures specifically refer to an urban planning approach in which the design of naturalistic of fully artificial infrastructure in the city. The increased use of green and blue infrastructure can help to reduce some of impact of climate change we are likely to see in this century, such as increased flow trees, heat waves, droughts, and change to ambient temperatures. As time goes by, the government replaced the vision from Structural Vision Amsterdam 2040 to Structural Vision Amsterdam 2050, which is Green Vision in Amsterdam 2050 actually replaced Structural Amsterdam 2040 with the exception of the subject main green structure and high crisis building. As Vesten district is said, Amsterdam connected also with water and greeny. That's why Amsterdam replaced their vision from greeny structure into green blue structure. Okay, thank you for your attention. That our reference that we use, which is it is mostly about official document from the government, which is Environmental Vision 2040 Amsterdam, Environmental Vision 2050 Amsterdam, and it is Amsterdam present its Green Vision 2050 from the website themayor.eu.